So get comfortable in a seated position. Whether you're sitting on a chair or on a couch or on the floor itself, or if you're sitting on a pillow, just get comfortable. This is our check-in process. So you notice what you notice, feel what you feel. You can close your eyes or at least soften the gaze downward. Readjusting so that the crown of your head is pointing towards the sky, the shoulders are relaxed, and you're sitting upright as possible. Coming into a subtle gratitude meditation. I use the word subtle here because we're going into the sensory feeling of gratitude. So first, visualize. What were you doing? Who were you with? Experience gratitude again. And then go into the sensory feelings. How does the chest feel? Then go into the breath work, going in through your nose, filling your belly, your chest, and then exhale belly to spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in and out. So again, noticing the movement of the spine. You can start to exaggerate as you breathe in, lifting your chest, lifting your chin. And as you breathe out, maybe making that little roll back. Doing this for a few rounds, breathing in and breathing out. I'm going to keep exaggerating until it's almost like a cat-cow, rolling and tucking the chin in, arching the back, and then really lifting up through the chest, lifting the chin up towards the sky. Doing this 3 more rounds, really exaggerating that spinal movement. You'll be hearing some little cracks. Feeling the shifting of the muscles. We open up for the day. Coming into that seated position, take your hands, placing them on the sides of your mat. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist. Right hand to left shoulder, left hand to the small of your back. Inhale, center. And exhale, gentle twist. And center. Twist. Center. Exhale, twist, and do that once more on each side. This is just our warm-up, checking in with the body. Taking full breaths with slight movement. After we've done 3 on each side, going next into our lateral flexion, go ahead and take your legs out to a wide leg position. Bend your left foot in and place your left foot against your thigh. Take your right hand down to your right leg, and we're going to open up on the opposite side. Inhaling, open up, look up. Exhale, bend the elbow, look down. So inhale, give a good stretch. And exhale. 3 more times. Opening up in the side body. You can turn the pinky slightly downward as you're moving, and if that works for you, just to help with the rotation of the shoulder. And center. So that's one side done. Opening up the legs. Let's do the other side. Sit up tall. Reach over towards your foot. Big inhale, reach. And exhale, bend. One more time. Excellent. Back together, feet together this time. So you're starting in with the thighs, just opening, opening, opening. Coming into our hands and knees. So we're going to do that same 3 different movements on hands and knees now. So here, taking the knees right underneath the thighs, tops of the feet down, palms down, elbows outward, drop the belly, lift the chin, and then exhale, round through the back, crown of the head reaches down. Inhale for cat pose. Exhale for cow. So this time we're going even deeper. Just play with the movement. You can close your eyes if you want to move diagonally, if you want to move side to side in these cat cows. Experiment figuring out where your body might need a little bit different variation on this cat cow. Since we did one version in seated, you might choose to go towards the opposite ankle from side to side, moving into one side of the shoulder more, or just traditional cat-cow. Connect the breath to the movement. Advanced practitioners, you may choose to start the breath, start the movement, end the movement, and the breath. So the breath envelops the movement. It's not completely robotically attached. And if that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Just keep practicing. Your practice will develop. As you exhale, take your hips all the way back towards your heels. Extend your arms forward a little bit more for child's pose. Rest your forehead down. Moving into our twist variation, you're going to take your right hand up, looking up at the right hand, and then exhale, weave the right hand through. Inhale, lift the right hand up. Exhale, weave through for 2. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, weave through. Take your ear down to the mat, extend your opposite hand out and press the fingertips down. Another option is you can take a bind by taking your left hand to the small of your back or your outer thigh. Keep the breath as steady as it was in the beginning of practice. If you have the bind, go ahead and release it back to the top of your mat. Bring your hand right in front of your face and then press into your palm, unwind and lift the right arm up. Exhale the right arm back down. Moving on to the left side. Inhale, left side goes up. Exhale, weave through without touching the mat or your arm. Breathe in through your nose and weave. Exhale. Last time, breathe in and breathe out. Extend, take your ear down to the mat, take your right arm out, or go for that half bind. To close your eyes and tune inward, becoming aware of all the sensations you're experiencing. Becoming aware of your breath. And all the way down. I think my screen must have froze. I just unwinded us. So unwind, extend, and come back. We're going to walk our hands over to the right side, placing one hand on top of the other, pressing into the fingertips for a lateral stretch. Coming into center and then walking your hands over to the opposite side, lateral stretch on this side. So now we've got all the dimensions, all the planes of our body being moved. That's basically how you want to start every morning. Just move your spine in these 6 directions. So we're going to go into some of our balancing poses. So one of the requests today was, can we get a little bit of strengthening and balancing for future athletic endeavors? So in our balance pose, if you want to, you can start with just taking your right hand up. If you want to go for the more challenging version, right hand and left leg. Exhale, coming back into tabletop. Inhale, left arm and right leg. Keep your head facing down on the mat, so that way your neck is still in long alignment of your spine. Exhale, place palms, knees down. Inhale, stretch it out. Go back and forth. Keep it slow and steady as the beginning breath. Can you slow it down even more without getting short of breath or without getting too slow? Whatever too slow means for you. Can you slow it down even more? If you started with the right hand and with your left hand and come into our child's pose once more. Palms reaching forward. Again, we're going to work in. The request is for snowboarding. So for hips or opener, go ahead and go to our full circles with hips coming up on the right side, center, back on the left side, exhale. So inhale, rolling forward, exhale, rolling back. I'm going to do about 5 rolls on each side, taking any pauses that you might need. And once you've done 5, go the other direction. And then rest into child. This time we're going to rest with the knees slightly wider. Take your arms wider than your mat. So a little bit wider at the edges of your mat, at least. At the edges or wider, whatever feels a little bit more comfortable. We're going into seal pose. This has become one of my favorite back bends. You're going to come forward, lift your chest with wide arms. You can almost imagine you're like a seal with your waddle with your arms. Keep a gentle bend in your elbows so you're not locking the joints. Very good. Yep. Okay, a couple of deep breaths. If you need a modification, you can take just the hands to the chest and then lift up without the wide arms. Couple more breaths here. And then counter pose back into child's pose, hips at the heels. Open up the fingertips, tuck the toes. We're moving into downward facing dog next. You can always take half dog against a chair or a wall. As you're in your first downward dog, or half dog, bend right knee, left knee, start to open up in the back of the legs. Maybe you're noticing any sensations in the calves or in the back. Or maybe it feels really easy. You just melt the heels to the back of the mat. Wherever you are, honor that it is authentically your space to be in, whatever you're doing, whatever you. Inhale, look forward, walk your feet towards the front of your hands, come all the way up into standing. Expand your arms overhead, and then exhale, take your hands down to your heart. Wide leg stance. sunflowers and moonflowers. So again, we're working on things that are going to increase strength and just warm up the body so that we can do a little bit more today. Arms overhead, exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, sweep the arms in front of you. Inhale, arms open up. Exhale, bend the knees and elbows. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, sweep the arms. Breathe in, reach up. Pretty simple pattern, so go ahead and go with the flow of your breath, closing your eyes if you'd like that added sensation of going inward. Keep breathing through the nose. This is going to help warm up the body even more. Last one. All the way up, and then take your palms together, rest them over your heart, feet heel toe back together. Rest. Rotations of the neck. Inhale, right ear to shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Again, gentle rotations of the neck. If you choose to, you can go all the way back and play around, taking any movements the neck might need. A couple more breaths here. When you're ready, start to rotate the shoulders back, rolling the shoulders back in small motions, then gradually making them bigger. Once they get as big as they can, go ahead and take your hands and interlace them behind you, interlacing the fingers, pulling the shoulders back and down, bending and hinging from the hips, coming into our first forward fold with arms overhead. It's a little bit intense, so if that's too much, just take your hands to the small of your back or reach forward. Just opening up the front of the chest here. Let your head, your neck relax if you can. Keep your arms lifting you upward. One more full breath. Inhale to come up. Head was below the heart, so just take a moment to rest. Warrior one as flow. Inhaling your back leg, one leg back at a 45-degree angle, coming forward, hugging like a beach ball, and then inhale your opposite leg back. Open the chest, coming forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Go ahead and play with that movement. Again, if you close your eyes, you'll challenge your balance a little bit more. When the first time I was taught this in a class, they said it's almost like you're a bird. I think they called it bird of paradise. No, that wasn't a different pose, but you're imagining like you're a bird flying. So you're expanding your wings, moving with the wind, and opening up through the hips. It'll be very fun once you get into that flow. So enjoy it. Maybe the arms are getting a little tired. It's okay. We're coming up to a rest soon. And rest, taking mountain pose, hands over the heart or palms coming all the way forward. Basic pose, that is. So we're moving into the cat. We're moving into our half salutations. I'm just gonna give myself a little bit more room here. See better. Half salutations on the mat. Inhaling, arms overhead. So check in with the feet. Make sure your knees are gently bent. Feet are about hip distance apart. Exhale, forward fold. swan dive down. Inhale, take your hands to your thighs and lengthen your body. Exhale, forward fold, let everything hang down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, coming back up into standing. Palms together, hands to center. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the thighs, lengthen the body. Exhale, forward fold, let it hang. Reverse swan dive, inhale all the way up to standing. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Again, one more forward fold, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to thighs. Exhale. In this forward fold, if you want, you can take that hand, interlace opposite thumb on top, or you can just hang the arms downward. So we're doing another forward fold with the arms, fingers interlaced behind you. Feeling like there's a lifting portion of the body. One more full cycle of breath. Come all the way up into standing. And rest the hands over the palms facing forward. Wide leg stance. Warrior one flow, warrior two flow this time. Place your right leg pointing forward so there's a opening up. So you might need to take a wider stance, or you might need to take a narrower stance to feel more stable. See if you could align that heel to your back middle arch. Inhale your arms into that T position. And then coming right out of warrior one, straighten out the front leg and take your arms down. Breathe in, looking over your right fingertips. Breathe out, release, relax down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just a couple more. In the flow moment. So now in that flow, can you hold warrior two? So keep that leg position with the knee stacked on top of the ankle. Lift for peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Right arm goes up, left hand to the back leg. Inhale for warrior. And we're moving into side angle. Lifting the left arm up. Back into warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Warrior two. Exhale. Side angle, inhale. One more time, in, exhale. Breathe in for peaceful warrior. Exhale. Last round, inhale. Back into warrior two. Gently place the hands down, straighten the front leg. Just pivot the feet. So we don't want the feet to change any positions. We want that same distance for the other side. So coming into warrior two here. Let's exhale. We have this flow first. So 5 times as a flow, inhaling for warrior two, looking over the fingers. Exhale, straighten the front leg, flow. Keep the breath deep into the belly. Keep the exhale controlled. And do one more. I'm gonna hold here. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Side angle. Back to warrior two. 2 more times in your flow. Inhale, reverse warrior. Warrior two. Side angle. Last round, inhale, warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful or reverse warrior. Exhale. And in. back, straighten, heel toe your feet back together. Moving into our lunge poses next. So I'm gonna just make it simple. We're gonna just take a drop back with the knee. Come to the front of the mat, take your right leg, place the knee down, come into our first lunge pose. So again, if you're not feeling it in that position, see if you can figure out what you need to do. Maybe take that leg a little bit further back so you can get that deep stretch into your back hip flexor, your front hip flexor. So option one is you can come into the high variation with your arms stretched overhead. Option two, you can also take the steady knee version, or option three, a gentle twist. Whatever you need today, go for it. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Notice what your body is craving and called for to do. Close your eyes, deepen your feelings inward, noticing the sensations you experience either in your legs, your arms, your chest. Keep tuned into you. This is your practice. Place your hands on either side of your foot. Shift the weight back into half splits. Let your head relax and your neck relax here. Steady the breath. Deepen the breath. Slow it down. The idea is we're creating this inner calm, this Garden of Eden within us. And then place your knees back together. We're going to come to the other side. High kneeling, bring your opposite leg forward. I'm just switching so that when I demonstrate the twist, I can see you. So again, if you need to take that out a little bit more, adjust the positioning so that you can feel a little bit of a stretch to your hamstring. And if you're super flexible, you might not feel anything. Either way, you are in a lunge pose with your arms either raised above, on your knee, or in that twist variation. Whatever you chose for one side, try to keep it consistent for the other side. Close your eyes, tune inward for about 5 breaths. Place your hands on either side of the foot, shift the weight back, half splits. Let your neck and your face muscles relax here. Bring both knees back. Hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale all the way down to the ground. Your knees can stay down. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. Cobra pose. Exhale, child's pose. You're going to do that a few times. Inhale, come forward into half plank. Exhale, lower down with control. Elbows hug deep, close into the rib cage. Inhale, lift the chin and the chest. Exhale, take your forehead all the way down to the mat and then come back into child's pose. Inhale, coming forward into plank pose. Bend the elbows straight back. close to the rib cage so you're activating your triceps. Inhale, lift the chin in your chest. Exhale, back into child's pose. This time, if you want to, you can take 5 breaths in child's or 5 breaths in downward facing dog. In downward dog, just tuck the heels and lift the hips all the way up. So wherever you are, we're going to move either into a kneeling plank or a full plank. Full plank is when your hips are low and your knees are not touching. Half plank is when your knees are touching, but your hips are also still low. So you don't want to come into a tabletop variation. You don't want a down dog variation. You want a nice plank variation. We're just activating the core muscles here. Again, this is a yoga practice to help build heat, build strength. So we're activating. If you need to come down and rest or change of any variation, go ahead and change. But see if you can hold this for 5 breaths. And if there's any pain in the wrists, you can also do the variation where you come onto your forearms and come into a forearm plank. Any variation you want today. Just notice the heat building, the activation of the core. Come all the way down after you've done. Make a little pillow with your arms. Swing the knees from side to side. Place your left foot down, grab your right foot. Kick into it to activate the quads. If you'd like to roll to one side, you can roll all the way and rest your head on the mat. Keep the breath steady and even. Next inhale, roll to center. Switching sides, bend the left leg, kick into it. We're going to roll to that other side. Return to center. Make a little goalpost, arms, look to your right leg, pick up your right leg and take it all the way across. One of my favorites to open up the hip flexor, open up the chest. Again, if you are very, very flexible, I've heard people say they don't feel anything at all in this stretch. Enjoy it anyways. If you do feel it, enjoy that feeling. Breathe it in and out. Rest your head, your neck. Release, come down, look to your opposite side, pick up your leg and take it all the way across there. Back to center. Make that little pillow with your hands. Swing the legs back and forth to release the lower back one last time. And slowly make your way into that fetal position, any direction you want. Bring your knees into your chest. Take a moment here for our, just to release the spine, and then make your way onto the back. Hug the knees into your chest, rock from side to side. Move the ankles, move the toes. We'll come into happy baby later, but if you want to take it, you're welcome to go more deeply into this pose. We're just releasing the back right here. Hug the right knee into your body. Let your left leg fall down into the mat. Give a good squeeze to the right knee, and then exhale, right leg to the right side. Inhale, bring the right knee center. Use your opposite hand to take it across your body. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Exhale, cross. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. And this cross, we're going to take it all the way to the opposite side. Look over your right hand as your right leg is across your body. Take deeper breaths, even though there's a little bit of compression with the twist. Inhale, center. Bring your left leg in. Switching legs. Give it a good squeeze. Move the ankle around. Left leg to the left side on your exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale to twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. Center. And twist again. One more time as a flow. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. On this twist, we're going to hold it. So take your hand over your knee. Give a good stretch. Look over your left hand this time. Return to center. Hug the knees both in. Rock from side to side. You can go for happy baby here with the big toes. And then place the feet down. Take your right ankle over your left knee. Pull your left thigh into your chest. Your left leg can go up or it can go down. Either way is okay. Whatever you feel most comfortable in. Using it as leverage just to get your leg closer into your body. Now, if you're not feeling anything, you can always hug your right knee and let your left leg all the way down to the floor. And release. Let's do the other side. Place your feet down, take the opposite ankle over, hug the thigh into the chest. Like your head, your neck, any muscles that don't need to be engaged, see if you can allow those to relax. Breathe deeply. I keep saying breathe deeply. Hopefully you've been doing it consistently throughout the practice. What I like about yoga is we're just doing reminders, checking in, saying hello to the body. How you doing to this part of that part? How you doing to the breath? And if we do it ritually, we connect to our bodies each and every day, knowing its needs, knowing its desires and wants, hopefully feeding it just the way it needs to be fed. Taking just enough water, stretching just enough. Release that stretch and take one big X stretch and hug the knees into the chest. We're not done yet. We're going to do one more back bend here. Place your feet down. Place your hands down. Inhale, lift the chest. Lift the hips. Press into the fat feet and hands. Exhale, release back down. Go as a flow. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release down. A couple more times as a flow before we do the hold. Now, if you just like to flow, you can flow. If you need to rest, go ahead and rest. Otherwise, we're going to come into this bridge pose by taking the hands, interlacing them underneath you. I scooch and scooch each shoulder blade so that I'm on top of my outer arms, lifting the chest, keeping my head looking straight up, neck is slightly tucked. Keep pressing evenly into the feet as you keep your hips lifted. Are you still breathing? Same way you started. Big belly inhale, belly to spine exhale. One more full cycle of your breath. And on your exhale, you release. Last pose, fish pose. Take the crown of your head towards the mat. Tuck your elbows down, press into your elbows, lift your back off of the mat. Point your toes away from your body. This is a counter pose for the back bend. And release. Any other poses you'd like to do here, you're welcome to. If you feel ready for Shavasana, you're ready for Shavasana. If you want to give yourself a few more stretches, move around, wiggle it out, make any micro adjustments. It's time that we work into the Shavasana pose or a deeper meditation, deeper breath work. Placing the palms up, head relaxed, feet relaxed. So the integration aspect of the practice is one of the most important because we have been connecting the breath with the body, working with gratitude, working with relaxing different parts of our body now. So this is the mind-body connection. Bring your attention to your right big toe. See if that part of your toe is holding tension, allow it to relax. Next to your second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Relax the sole of your foot, top of your foot, heel, ankle, right shin, calf, knee. Relax all around the right thigh, hip, all through the right side torso, underarm, shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, back of the hand, palm of the hand, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. Right side of your body is relaxed. Relax through your big left toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, heel, ankle, chin, calf, knee, all around left thigh, hip, left side torso, underarm, shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, back of the hand, palm of the hand, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. All of your neck is relaxed. Chin relaxed. Lower jaw, upper jaw, lower lip, upper lip. Let the tip of your tongue rest on the roof of your mouth so that the meat of your tongue can relax. Relax through your nostrils, cheeks, eyes, temples, eyebrows, space between the eyebrows, forehead, back of the head, crown of the head. From the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, your body is now fully relaxed. Have a few moments now to bring your attention to your heart center. Noticing what imagery may come up for you when you even think of your heart center. Whatever your attention goes to, it grows. So if your attention is on the heart center, see if you can grow your heart center. See if you can grow your heart center to expand to your very tips of your being. You're walking around with full and big hearts. See if we can expand that feeling a little beyond our bodies, maybe just at first a few inches, radiating that warmth, compassion, lightness, just a few inches around us. Now expanding it just a little bit further. And a little bit further. Can you expand it to your entire room? Can you expand it to your entire home? Can you expand it even further out? How far can you stretch and expand your heart centers? That feeling compassion towards yourself, towards others, how far can it reach? Can you reach that expansion of heart to your city? Maybe even to your state? All the people in the world right now who might be needing a little bit more compassion, starting with yourself. Giving yourself the most compassion and letting everything that pours out of that towards our loved ones and beyond. Knowing that that feeling that we're containing right now, infinite compassion, is a state of being that we can access at any time. Setting boundaries, protect the energy that we're constantly growing. Setting containers bigger than ourselves for the overflow. And sharing it with those close and sending it to those in need a little further away. Without moving too much, take a breath through your nose and exhale through your nose, taking a little bit slower of an exhale. Doing this creates a relaxation sensation in your body. So breathe in through your nose and breathe slowly out through your nose. One more time, breathe in. And this time as you breathe out, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes slightly. Move your wrists, move your ankles. Take a big stretch like you're waking up. Hug the knees into your chest and roll to one side. Come slowly up into your seated position. Take your time. We're going to end chanting Om 3 times together. So please inhale your arms overhead. Take your hands to your heart. Exhale to begin. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hands to the forehead. When we think, begin with our thoughts, pure and with love. Hands to the lips. May we speak with intention, correctly. And hands to the heart. May we live from the heart. Thank you so much for showing up today. It is wonderful to see you all doing your practice and sharing this time together. It is an honor to be here and so glad to see you all. And souffle. I'm gonna hit the recording stop.